What's up, guys? This is Kyle from Wax Museum, and I'm back with another mail video for you today. I've got a box here from the PSA vault, which was my first time ever dealing with them. I've got a couple things that I've already opened. I have one package. I have no clue what it is, so let's go ahead and jump right in. So this first one is a TTM, or a through the mail request, that I've already opened. And I recently bought a lot of 57 tops that were pretty chewed up. And I didn't even show them on camera. I didn't do that unboxing on camera because literally the day that I got them in the mail, I sent this Cliff Hagan off because he's like 92 years old. So they were all pretty chewed up, including this Hagan. You know, I know some people are thinking, why would you purchase that? Unsigned Cliff Hagan cards are fairly pricey right now, more than I would normally want to spend on a card that I'm sending in the mail. So anyway, I decided to grab that lot. I think I got the lot of 9 for maybe 50 bucks. The Hagan, even in this condition, is probably at least worth 30. But now I have it signed. I wanted to go ahead and get one of those signed. And he did the requested inscription on the note card here, 1958 NBA champ. So that was, of course, with the St. Louis Hawks. So very happy to get that one back. I don't have a lot of 57 signed cards. I keep telling myself I'm not going to do the set. But I think I am going to try to get the ones that I can. Not going to get the full set, though. This next card here comes from someone named Andrew on Reddit. We've interacted a couple times before. He's always got helpful posts. And he said, hey, I picked up this Pacers card in a lot that I recently bought, and he wanted to know if it was something I was interested in. And, I offered to pay for it, and he said, no, I want to send it to you free of charge. So this is a Jonathan Bender Skybox Apex. It'd be 99. It's his rookie year extra card. And the extra cards were numbered to 50. This is a pretty rare late 90s card that I would say it gets a little more attention now than it used to, but people really didn't want anything to do with these for a while. But as with all things late 90s, it's kind of caught on. And Andrew was very generous to send that my way. I didn't have that one. So I've got some tough decisions now because I have a pretty nice Jonathan Bender page in my binder, and this is going to bump one of the cards. I just got to figure out which one. When I do, maybe I'll show that binder on here. I don't know. I haven't shown that binder yet, I don't think. I don't know if that's something people would want to see. Let me know in the comments if that's something you want to see. Okay. This is another card from a set that I have talked a lot about, product I've talked a lot about, but this is one of them that, you know what, I knew I was going to end up buying it. I think I got this for around $10 shipped. It's the new, I'm going to call it Fanatics Chrome set. And you know what, this actually looks pretty nice, this 1972 tribute autograph set. It's a pretty, I was going to say pretty clean card. It's not too bad. I wasn't thrilled that they're sticker autographs, but I think it's a pretty good looking card. It looks better than the base set, although it looks like we got a nice old scratch in that top corner. So whatever, it is what it is. I was hoping they would put Indiana here. I know they can't put Pacers there, but instead they put the player's position, which is kind of weird. But look, I love that 72 set. So if I'm going to buy a few cards to commemorate this train wreck that was 2023 Fanatics Chrome, then this is definitely one of them. Okay, and there'll probably be, I haven't bought any yet, but there's a couple other players I'm looking at as well. I at least want the refractor versions. Okay, this is a package here from my friend Will, Prolific Sports Cards. I didn't even know it was on the way. I hadn't checked the mail yet. He sent me a message that said, hey, you've got some cards from me in your mailbox right now. And I didn't know if he meant on the way or like literally in my mailbox. While I go outside, they are in my mailbox. So I have no clue what's in here. Very excited about this one. So like I said, it's from Will, Prolific Sports Cards. All right, I already like what I'm seeing here. It's the right era of Pacers stuff. It's just a really fun era. As a 2012 card, I can tell by looking at the back there. All right. Oh, okay. So cool. So this is all 2012 Elite. And these are just really good looking cards. And I believe this was the base set. I want to say it's a base set. I think the veterans were out of 275. And then the rookies were out of 249. So we've got Miles Plumlee, Orlando Johnson, and then George Hill. Man, Elite used to be so nice. Oh, man. You know, we didn't know how good we had it back then. But we can still pick up some of these old stuff. And I didn't have these cards. So that was another bonus. So thank you, Will. I really do appreciate that. Gonna have to, like I said earlier, gonna have to do some binder rearranging. Okay. This last card I cut into just so you wouldn't have to see me struggle and struggle. This is a card from it was an eBay purchase, and then they said, hey, do you want to send it to the PSA vault? I'm like, you know what, I've never done that before. If it really doesn't cost me any extra, let me try it. Well, let me tell you, if you want your cards in hand, there's probably not much use in sending to the vault. And I'm not anti-vault. I know it's got its perks, but for me, it was just like, you know what, it just took longer. There were periods of time where I had no clue what, state, like literal state my card was in. It was just hard to track down. It's like, you know what, I think I'll just have the card sent directly to me. Of course, it's got to go to authentication first. But here it is. And I actually thought this card and this slab might be bigger than they are. So this is interesting to me. This is a standard BGS slab. So this is a 1950 George Mikan Menko disc. And I know I've heard people say Menko means round, but not all Menko cards from that era were round. And basically they were these like cardboard cards. And in fact, if you're my age, you played something very similar to Menko if you played with POGS. So the idea was that you would play with somebody and you could play for keeps. And you had all these Menko cards. Some of them were, rectangular. Some of them were circular. A lot of them were discs. And you toss the Menko onto the other ones or whatever ones are on the ground. And if some of them flip over, then you keep those, right? That's the way I understand the game from the videos and some of the stuff that I'm read. So kind of similar to POGS, because POGS, you'd have a slammer and you would try to flip the discs over. But anyway, so a lot of these were, pop culture pieces. So you had a lot of cartoon characters. Around World War II, you might have airplanes, you might have ships, you might have tanks. So it's very surprising, though, that George Mikan got one, because basketball, even in America, was not big in 1950. So here we are, this is from Japan, and we're getting a George Mikan in 1950. So I thought that was pretty incredible, and it makes me think, you know what, maybe I am underestimating George Mikan's influence a little bit, or maybe the person that was in charge of making these just really had a thing for basketball or American basketball. I don't know. Anyway, I just feel like it was extremely unlikely that these were created. And this is something that would have been played. So I feel like even a 2.5 is a grade that I'm happy with. And I definitely didn't want to spend money. There are some higher grades on eBay right now. Not an impossible disc to find, but tricky nonetheless. And I believe there's also a yellow variation instead of the green there. I'm not going to be paying for that. I'm happy with this one. So really fun mail day today. So we had that one, which I knew was coming. I knew that was on the way. Some stuff from Will, some stuff from Fanatics Chrome. We got some other stuff here, like I talked about, some signed 50 or a signed 57 card, which actually came, I think, in the mail yesterday. A lot of fun stuff here. So I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know which one was your favorite in the comments. Let me know, maybe you're a baseball collector and you're familiar with these, or a Mickey collector, you're familiar with these. There's not a lot of basketball. There's a generic basketball one I've seen, but that's it. So let me know, though. Maybe you know more about those than I do. Anyway, remember there are new episodes of the audio podcast that come out every Thursday. And as always, thanks for watching.